Well, Alan, how was that for you? You must have gone through every single emotion that managers go through in the course of 90 minutes there.
Yeah, of course, but I've had to go through all of that before, and obviously you just have to deal with whatever gets thrown up. It was a decent start by us. Obviously, getting the goal ahead was terrific, and then the sending off, of course, changes all of your plans. But I have to say that, despite going 2-1 down and having a little spell where we wobbled, the lads showed great character to play as they did with 10 men for so long, because it was probably about 70 or 80 minutes.
Yeah, do you think you would have won the game if you'd had a full complement on the pitch?
I think so. You can't be sure, obviously, about that, but I certainly think we were in a good position. Obviously, we were 1-0 up. We looked a threat going forward. We actually looked a threat going forward with 10 men when we could get forward. But of course, they controlled possession after the sending off.
Was it one of those red cards that, even when it's your team, you can't really have any complaints about?
Oh, it was a red card. Yeah, absolutely no question. As soon as it happened, I looked at the referee and you see him going for his pocket. So, no, it was undoubtedly a red card. I thought it was a handball by Emnes leading up to it, and perhaps if that had been given, then the tackle wouldn't have been made.
I think Mitchell Dykes has won the fans over with the way he puts tackles in, the committed performances. Is something like that inevitable from time to time with the way he plays?
I think it was mistimed. I don't think it was malicious. I think it was mistimed. I think he's tried to put his foot over the ball to win it that way rather than making a tackle. And you know, Mitch has done extremely well since he's come in here. It's no surprise that he's a fan's favourite, but he's mistimed the challenge, and unfortunately we'll miss him. And unfortunately for him, you know, he'll miss quite a long period because of the international break.
And just talk me through your last 24 hours. At what point did you realise you were going to be the man in charge today?
I got a call yesterday afternoon, fairly late in the afternoon, and suddenly that changed what was going to be quite a quiet rest of the day for me to one that was going to be a bit busier. You know, I was simply asked if I would take the team today and take it again next week, which, you know, when the board asks you to do that, then of course you're going to do it.
How surprised were you?
I was surprised. I didn't expect it. I have to say there have been times, you know, during the season when you thought it might happen, but because it hadn't happened previously, and you know the way our forms fluctuated, I certainly didn't anticipate it yesterday.
And you've worked closely with Alex Neil. You'll have sympathy with any manager that loses his job, but particularly it was so close to a game. Does that make it all the more hard to take?
There's never a good time. I've been in that position 3 times, unfortunately, and none of them felt like a good time at that particular moment. So the timing's what it is, and you know we have to just get on and deal with it. We saw Alex yesterday. We'll see him again, because obviously we have a relationship with him that's been built now. I didn't know Alex before, but certainly I've been impressed by the way that he works, and I have no doubt that he will get a job somewhere else and will be a successful manager.
Did he pick that team today? I imagine he did, because it was so close to him working with the team all week.
Yes, he did, and I have to say the subs as well, because we had done the work yesterday. The team had been announced, so you know 11 players went home knowing what was expected of them and knowing that they were playing, and the other group of players went home knowing that they would be substitutes. So it would have been totally wrong of me, unprofessional of me, to even think about changing anything, and that was never even in consideration.
And from what you've said earlier in the interview, but just to be clear, you think you're the manager for 2 games? Is that it?
Well, that's what I've been asked, and so as far as I'm concerned, that's it, and we'll find out what's happening after that.
We always have to ask caretaker managers, are you throwing your hat in the ring? Would you like to do this job on a full-time basis?
Well, there's two kind of different questions. I won't apply for the job. You know, would anybody who's been a manager like to manage this club? Absolutely. But as I said, I won't apply for the job.
Thanks for talking to us, Alan.
Okay, you're welcome.